Question 4 asks what the value of x is if log base 3 of log base 8 of log base 4 of x equals negative 1. So what we want to do for this question here is put both sides of this equation as exponents to the same base, and that's going to help us get rid of these logs in the equation. And this is because we know there's a rule: if you have x to the power of log base x of y, that just equals y. Because essentially what we're saying here is x to the power of something equals y, and x to the power of that thing is just going to be y. So in that way we can get rid of logs in our equation. So I'm going to rewrite the equation we have to start out with. We have log base 3 of log base 8 of log base 4 of x, and that equals negative 1. So the first thing I want to do, I'm going to start from the outside working inwards, is get rid of this log base 3. So to do that, I want to put both sides of the equation as exponents of 3. So on this side I'm going to have 3 to the power of log base 3 of log base 8 of log base 4 of x. And on this side I'm going to have 3 to the power of negative 1. So we've done the same thing to both sides of the equation, so that's valid. And we can see on the left side here, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this log base 3, and on the left side what we're left with is log base 8 of log base 4 of x. Okay, and let's see on the right side, 3 to the power of negative 1, put that into your calculator. It's kind of messy, so for now I'm going to leave it as 3 to the power of negative 1. And moving onwards, the next thing we want to do is get rid of this log base 8. So to do that, I'm going to put that as an exponent to 8. So I have 8 to the power of log base 8 of log base 4 of x. On this side, what I get is 8 to the power of 3 to the power of negative 1. And yes, that looks messy, but when you plug this right side into your equation, even though 3 to the power of negative 1 is a long decimal, 8 to the power of that number ends up being a nice even 2. So that's nice. And on the left side, what we're left with, we get rid of this log base 8 and we're left with log base 4 of x. So the next thing we want to do, we can get rid of this log base 4 by doing the same thing again. We're going to do 4 to the power of log base 4 of x equals 4 to the power of 2. Gets rid of the log base 4, we're left with x is equal to 4 to the power of 2, which is 16. Alternatively, we can look at what we have here and notice that this is a nice simple logarithmic equation. What we have here is we're saying that 4 to the power of 2 equals x. That's just a more quick way, I guess, or simple way of getting to our answer, that x equals 16. So x is equal to 16 is the answer for question 4.